Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Now today's topic is electric potential energy. Electric potential energy, this is an important concept in the electrostatics. So while we are discussing the electric potential, we'll discuss. I have already done the electric potential videos, so you can go back and check it. And this is electric potential energy, and the expression for the electric potential energy is very important for all the competitive exam as well as the theoretical exams. So let's start our topic, electric potential energy. Now electric potential energy, same what we will take is we'll take a source charge as well as a test charge here. So source charge will take here, which is I am taking a source charge here Q1. This is our source charge. Let's suppose you are bringing the Q2 charge from the infinity distance. You are bringing it from the infinity distance to certain finite distance. Now you are bringing in a potential energy. What exactly we are doing? If we change potential energy is always it's because of the virtue of its position. So if I change the positions here, definitely there is a involvement of potential energy. So now if I bring the test positive charge, let's suppose this is a positive charge. If I am bringing it from the infinity distance to some finite distance, let's suppose if I am bought at m point, I bought it here. Then from the m point, let's suppose if I bought to the n point. So if this is in the line of action only, this I bought it at a point of m here. So it is bought at m. Let's suppose from here to here the distance m, just to displace distance is dx or dr. You can take a dx or dr also. And from this source charge to this n, the n is located here. This n is located. N point is located at a distance of r distance. Now see here, m point is located r plus dr distance. Similarly, here n point is located at a r distance. So I am bringing it a n point. So if I bring it to this point, what is a potential energy angle? So here simply I can write I am doing work on a Q2 charge to bring a Q2 charge to where here to the n point. So I am doing work on a test positive charge, which is a Q2. So then potential electron potential will be what is that? Or else if you wanted to draw from the, I am telling you from the basic onwards. So let's suppose if I am bringing from here to here, I have to do an external work. So you know already work done from bringing this charge to here. Let's suppose this is located here to here, the end point I can take 1 to 2. So if I bought from here to here, now charge is right here. So Q2 charge is located right here. So now what is the work done here? Work done is equal to, you simply write work done is nothing but what can I write here? Work done is equal to, if I do a small work here which is dw, dw is equal to what can I write here? dw is equal to a force. What exactly I am bringing here? I am bringing this particular test positive charge. So external force will act here. So external force and dx bar. External force and dx bar. So external force and dx bar is already there. So now what are the things I need to consider in this equation? So basically here I am going to take in electric potential, I know already. Here F external force, let's suppose this is also positive, this is also positive. When I am bringing into this electric field, it is always faces what here? A force, electrical force. You know already in this direction only its electric field will act. Similarly its force is also acting in this direction. But I am bringing this external force opposite to it. So this F external force, it should balance. It should balance, the external force should be balanced in this particular repulsion force. So then that I can write F. Why I am writing minus F? Because this is also positive charge. This is also positive charge. So both positive charge, if I bring it together, there is a repulsion. A strong repulsion force will be there in between the Q1 and Q2. So now whatever the external force I am applying, that should be equal and opposite to it. So it should be equal and opposite to it I am writing. Next, you know already there is a distance here. So distance dx bar, then if I take its magnitude it will be dx. So if I substitute these things here, what I will get here? dw is equal to, simply you can write minus f into, what can I write here? Here instead of dx, I have to take a r. Okay, I have taken a r. So you also take here r only. So R I have taken. So here also you have to take a R. Okay. Now simply you see here W dW is equal to what can I say minus FdR. F is nothing but here electrostatic force between this charge and this charge. So this equation I am going to utilize for derivation of a electric potential energy of a point charge. Between two point charges, what is the electric potential energy? So let's do the equation 1 elaborated. So simply you see here in a equation 1 I told you already electrostatic force is there between the two charges. By using the Coulomb's law, you can do one simple thing here. So please note it down. F is equal to what can I write here? F is equal to K into Q1 divided by Q2 divided by R square. This is the electrostatic force, which is the equation 2. So now I am going to substitute this equation 2 in a equation 1. So what happens you see. So if I remove this thing, so note down all these things. If I remove it, so here I am substituting. So in a equation 1, if I substitute 2. So in a equation 1, I am substituting 2. So 2 in 1 if I do it. So if I do 2 in 1, then what can I get here? So I can write a dW is equal to, simply you can write I am writing here. So dW is equal to, F is nothing but what can I write here? Minus, I know already, 1 divided by minus K into Q1 divided by Q2 divided by R square. Okay. Now what you do is, already here dr is there. Now simply integrate on both sides. So if I integrate from 0 to W, here also I am integrating from infinity distance to R distance. I am bringing infinity distance to R distance here. So now here if I do integration, I will get a total work done. So d and this one cancel, so I will get a total work done here. And what are the common thing here? Minus K is common here. Q1, Q2 also common. And what is the remaining thing? Integration of infinity distance to R, 1 divided by R square dr. So here one few things I am going to discuss. You know already, basically if I integration, in integration of, from integration if I do 1 divided by x square dx, integration is what is that? Minus x. If I do it from infinity to x distance, so if I do it from infinity to x distance, what I will get here? Upper limit. So minus upper limit is already there, minus x, and remaining what? Minus 1 divided by infinity. So 1 divided by infinity value you know already, it will become 0. So you can directly write integration of infinity to x, 1 divided by x square dx form is, what can I write here? That will be minus x, directly you can write. So this is already, you will get it in your integration. So simply I can write at the whole term, I can directly substitute minus 1 by x. 1 by x there, here 1 by r. So simply work done is equal to minus k into, what can I write here? Q1 Q2 divided by, anyhow here I am going to substitute entire thing as a minus 1 divided by r. So minus 1 divided by r, minus minus get cancelled. So this will become your work done. So work done is equal to, what can I write here? K into Q1 Q2 divided by R. So this is your work done. Note it down everyone. So this is your work done. So as you know already, this is your work done. Now what can I do? So this work done is nothing but it is equal to, according to your conservation of energy form, work done is equal to, what can I write? A change in potential energy. So simply you can write here. So by using the conservation of energy formula, you know already, that is you can write simply, work done is nothing but simply minus change in potential energy, change in kinetic energy. Here you know already, when I am bringing the charge from the infinity distance to final distance, definitely there will be a velocity, right? But here I am not going to consider that. I am changing the velocity and I am neglecting the, I am changing the position, but I am neglecting its velocity while I am bringing from infinity distance to the source charge. So now you know already here work done is equal to change in potential energy, change in kinetic energy. If change in potential energy, initially there is initial potential energy. Let's suppose this from this one, if I take a relation W is equal to minus delta U. You know already if change in potential energy, you can write minus change in potential energy U2 minus U1. So simply initial potential energy, there is no change in while I am bringing the when the charge is at one place, other charge is at infinity place. There is no not at all change in anything. There is no change in the potential energy. But while I am changing its position, then only it changes its potential energy. So initially there is no potential energy change. So next, similarly U2 I am taking it as a total potential energy. So if I substitute there, what I will get here? So I am removing this side here. So you see here, what can I write? Simply, if I substitute these things here, so work done is equal to change in potential energy minus delta U already I am writing here U2 minus U1 anyhow 0, U2 I am taking it as a U. Then work done is equal to minus U. You know work done means what can I write? K into 1 Q1 divided by Q2 divided by R. So simply you can write which is equal to K into Q1 divided by Q2 divided by R. Okay. One more simple thing you can do here. It means, so from this relation, from this relation you can take. So from this box relation, I can take, if I take these two terms equal, then what can I write? U is equal to, minus U is equal to K into Q1 divided by Q2 divided by R. If minus goes that side, you know already if minus goes that side, what happens? In this minus I am writing this side. So it will be minus K into Q1 Q2 divided by R. If K is equal to, I can write 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. Then if I write K is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, then this whole potential energy becomes what here? So if K is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, if I am directly writing here, what can I get here? This equation again convert into the formula 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 divided by Q2 divided by R. So this is what a potential energy between the two charges. Okay. Next, this potential energy between the multi charges. If I take into the multi charges, what are the changes you are going to find? That is we are going to discuss it now. So take down the notes here. This is very important. This is I am taken from the conservation of energy. Conservation of energy you might have studied in a first year conservation of energy formula. From there I am taking the relation of work done is equal to minus change in potential energy. I am not taking the kinetic energy right here. I am taking in potential energy. So you will get this thing. So here minus I forward should write minus also. U is equal to minus 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 divided by Q1 Q2 divided by R. This is how we will get the relation. Okay. Next, so while you are taking the notes, you can pause the video and then you can take the notes. Next, we will do it for the multi charges. So let's start for the multi charges here. Okay, chalo. Multi charges here, potential energy, how can I find? So basically you see here multi charges, I am doing it for multi charges. So multi charges means more than two charges, how multi charges you want to relate. So simply you see here, let's suppose I know already if I have a charge here which is a Q1 here, one more charge I am bringing, you know, this is our, whenever I am bringing this charge, there is no, there in this entire board you see, whenever I brought this charge, there is no effect. Why? Because there is no charge present. Currently this one is neutral, this board is neutral. So I brought this charge. So on this board no charge is available. Okay. Next, whenever I am bringing one more charge from infinity distance, let's say that is what our potential energy, right? So if I bring one more charge here, which is you can write a Q2. So now this particular thing will face a charge, a effect from this particular charge. When you see once again on this board, when I bought this charge, when I am putting this charge, there is no charge available on this entire board. So whenever I am bringing one more charge here from infinity distance, definitely there is it will face some effect. So let's suppose if I have a charge here Q2 I am bringing here, which is I bought it from infinity distance. Okay, now this is going to have certain effect on due to this particular charge. So from here to here, if I write the distance, if I write R12, okay. Now let's suppose in the similar manner, if I bring one more charge, let's suppose a Q3 charge I am bringing, a charge which is bought from infinity distance. Now if I bring one more charge here, you see simply what is happens here, simply I am writing here, you see this is your Q2 charge. You see here, whenever I am bringing this particular charge, on this charge there is already present of a Q1 and already Q2 charge, both charges were there. So when these both charges were there, then definitely it is going to phase effect from this particular charge from this particular charge. So both side it is going to have charges. So this is important. Whenever I am taking the this particular charge, let's suppose I am mentioning it as a Q3. So Q3, now I am writing the infinity distance. From infinity distance I am bringing. So you can write from here to here, if I take a distance is R13. What is this? R13 if I take. You can take one more charge, Q4 also you can take. One more thing, this is R13. From this one, what is there? From this one, how much it will get? R23. Can I write this one? Okay, we'll do it for 3 charges. Then we'll talk about the 4th charge. So now see, okay, one by one we'll discuss. Whenever on this particular board, let's suppose this is your neutral board on particular board, I am bringing the first charge. Whenever I am bringing the first charge, there is no external work required. Why? Because there is no effect. If there is nothing, I can put this charge anywhere because there is no effect. So what can I do is here, I can directly put this charge. Whenever I am bringing the first charge, there is no work done. So total work done in bringing the first charge is I am writing it as 0. No work done while bringing the first charge. But when I am bringing the second charge, definitely it should have some external. Why? Because it is going to have certain effect. Let's suppose this is positive, this is also positive. Whenever I am bringing, definitely it is going to face certain effect. So for that, what can I do? Next W2, work done, second work done you can write. So W2, let's talk about the W2. This also I am writing it here, take the notes here, infinity, here also infinity. So next, work done on the second one. So second one, when I bought a second one, you know already, when I bought a second one, it requires a work energy. Definitely it requires certain, definitely requires certain external work. Whenever the external work is there, here you can simply say there is a potential is also works, because whenever I am bringing, this will create its own field. Whenever I am bringing into this field, definitely it will have a certain potential. So for this one, what is the potential here? What can I have potential? V2 is the potential. Here for this one, what is the potential? V3 is the potential. Okay. So here, whenever I am bringing it to this particular potential, W2 is equal to what can I write? W2 is equal to W2 on where? On this particular charge and bringing into this field. So I can write W2 is equal to potential of that particular charge into Q2. You know already potential means what? External work done divided by work. External work divided by potential. You can write in potential also, or else directly you can write in a potential energy. Directly you can write. It's not an issue. You can directly write. So now I am writing because I am going to utilize this one once again. So you know potential formula. What is the potential formula? K into, what is the potential formula? K into source charge Q1 divided by, and the distance is here, from here to here you know already, R12, and it is already multiplied, so Q1 Q2. Okay, this is how you can write. There is one more method also you can write. Potential energy between these two. Directly you can write U is equal to. That also okay. That is also okay. You can write that also. Here now, this is a work done, I bought it. Next, whenever I am bringing the Q3 charge, what is the effect? Q3 charge when I am bringing it, so it is definitely have a difficulty from here to here it will have a charge from here to here also it will have a charge. So let's suppose when I am writing a W3, it should I should write work done from first one, so I can write 1 3. Okay. Similarly, you can write plus from here to here also it will have, which is I can write 2 3. Okay. So what I am adding from this particular charge will have effect from this charge, effect from this charge. Both work and should work. Then that will be your W3. Now, whenever I am writing in a W3, what is the effect? What can I, the total if I substitute the value? So W3 is equal to, this is 1 to 3. So I can write K directly like this only. What is the charge here? K into Q1 divided by Q3, and you know already distance between them is R13. Similarly, K into, you know already here 2 to 3, or you can write a Q2 Q3 divided by R23. Okay. From there you know already K is common, so W3 is equal to, I can write a K into Q1 Q3 divided by R13 plus Q2 Q3 divided by R23. Okay, fine. Now you got a work done W1, W2 and W3. This is nothing but your total potential energy. This is all your total potential energy. So now net potential energy is equal to, what can I write down? Net potential energy, next potential energy, U is equal to, you can write W1 plus W2 plus W3. So you know I told you already, whenever I bought this first charge, there is no effect because there is no charge present on this board. Okay, then what can I write? When there is no charge present, there is no work done. So this is anyhow becomes 0. This term anyhow becomes 0. So what is the net charge is available now? W2 plus W3. Okay. So now you substitute it. Now you substitute whatever you have. W2 you have already. This one you have already. And this one also you have. So W3 also you have. You can directly write. Then what happens you see. So now take down the notes please. Okay. Now you can write whole thing. You can directly write. Entire thing you can directly write now. So now this equation I am taking and there I am going to substitute everything. So here U is equal to, anyhow U is equal to first W2 value. You see W2 value you know already, you might have written already. W2 is equal to, what can I write? Q1 Q2 divided by R12 plus here W3 is equal to, anyhow you have ready-made thing. So you can write a K into, I am removing this also. So W3 is equal to, what can I write? K into Q1 Q3 divided by R13 plus Q2 and Q3 divided by R23. Okay. Now here K common, you take it outside. So K, if I take it common, this is unit potential energy is equal to, what can I write? Q1 Q2 divided by R12. Similarly you can write Q1 Q3 divided by R13 plus Q2 Q3 divided by R23. So simply by taking this is it will come for the n number of charges. So I wanted to write for all pairs. So you see you know already, if I from Q1 Q2, this will become one pair. Okay. Again here if I take Q3, how many pairs I will get? One more, here to here one more pair. So total pair is how much? 3 pairs. So whether I got 1, 2 and 3. 3 pairs did I got? So 3 pairs. So for all pairs I have to write. So between the two charges only I can find the potential energy. If there is no two charges, there is no existence of its potential energy. Only existence of electric potential will exist. So now I am writing it in all pairs. For all pairs I can write simply U is equal to summation for all pairs. For all pairs, so number of pairs you have to take. N number, any number you can take. Simply, you know already there is k is available, k you can take, because whatever I am doing, I am doing it in a vacuum. The space between the charge, between the two charges, it's a vacuum. If I take any something in between the charges, then definitely that will be a dielectric. So you are going to discuss this thing in a capacitors. So summation for all charges, which is like k is common here, k I am writing common, you can write a qi qj divided by r ij. So simply you just, if you are substituting 1, I is equal to 1, j is equal to 2, but here you should always remember one simple thing here, I and j must be greater than I. Okay, this should be there, j must be greater than I cannot write I is equal to I and I square, that is not there. Why? Because whenever I am bringing one particular charge, there is no potential energy. I have to bring one more charge, so definitely this second you have to write, that is more than that one, so j must be greater than I. So r is equal to r is ij. So this is your net potential energy for the multi charges, for the n number of charges. Okay, in the similar manner you can do it for one more thing here, for this is for a multi charges. Now let's suppose there is already existence of a unknown field, and if I bring two different charges one after other, then what is the potential energy? That expression is very important. Let's suppose that is I am writing potential energy for two charges in an external field. That's a heading, you can take down these notes. So see here, okay, now for a n number of charges I have done. Let's suppose already on the board there is a field was there, already some field was there. Whenever I am bringing it, definitely I should do a work on it. So initially when I have discussed some multi charges, I told you already, whenever I am bringing one charge on this board, if there is no charge, definitely there is no work done. But already there is a charge, if I bring a charge to it, definitely it is going to have certain, it is going to face certain effect on it. So that is I am going to discuss. So potential energy of two charges in an external field. Write down electric potential energy of two charges in external field. Okay, now what is this? So potential, already now there is a potential energy is there. Now first charge I bought it. So if there is a field, then I can represent with E. Okay, now there is already charge is there on this board. Let's suppose if I bring one charge, let's suppose one charge, a Q1 charge, I bought it here. So to bring this charge I have to do certain work. So I have to do a work, that is my external work W1. I know already whenever this field is there, definitely there is a potential is existent. So for this one, what is the potential I can write? So for this one I can write a V1 potential. Then what is the work done? External work done on this Q1 charge. So external work done on Q1 charge is, I can write a W is equal to Q1 V1. Now one more thing. Whenever I bought, now already I bought one charge. Let's suppose you bought one more charge. When you bought one more charge, this particular charge, let's suppose this is Q2 charge, this particular charge will have effect from this already existence field, external field, and it is also face certain one more field, one more effect from this particular charge. Okay, so this is located for this one, is R12. So while I am doing W2, I should write work done from the external field, okay, and work done from the this particular thing. So for that I can write W122, okay, 1 to 2 or 2 to 1. I can write one more thing, work done on the work done due to external field, which is I can write W2 to E also, you can take 2 to E. Okay. Now you know already, if I write this thing, so work done due to external field means it should be written in terms of potential. Whenever I am bringing this one, it should have its own potential. It is going to face certain potential on it, that is WV2, which is I can write V2 Q2. Okay, what is a W12? Due to this charge, what is the potential it is going to face? You know already, K into product of these charges Q1 divided by Q2, and distance between them is how much? R12. Okay, now total W2 will become, what is this one? Total W2 will become this plus this one. So V2 Q2 plus K into Q1 Q2 divided by R12. Okay, so now I got it for a first work done. For the whenever I bought a charge in external field, I got a work done. Whenever I bought a second charge, I got a one more work done. This is two equation. Now what can be the potential, net potential energy on these two charges? So the net potential energy on these two charges is U is equal to W1 plus W2. This is I want to find. This is my expression I have to find. So take down the notes, buddy. Okay. Now if I remove this thing, if I remove this diagram, I just wanted to write W1 and W2. So total potential energy is equal to, what can I write? W1 plus W2. So simply I am writing those things. I am going to, this whatever these things are, I am going to substitute here. W1 is equal to, what can I write? Q1 V1 plus W2 is equal to, what can I write? This entire thing you substitute here. So you can write simply you can write Q2 V2 plus K into Q1 Q2 divided by, you can write R12. This is a potential energy of two charges in electric external field. When I am bringing external field, this expression is very important. You know already K is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. If you are substituting, then this equation become what here? U is equal to Q1 V1 plus Q2 V2 plus 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q1 Q2 divided by R12. This is your required expression for the electric potential energy of two charges in a electric field. Okay, next, so take down the notes, buddy. Okay, next, what exactly next, what can we do here? We can discuss few units for the potential energy. Potential energy also, units we can discuss, few units, because you know already energy is SI unit is joule, but in while I am discussing in terms of charges and all, it is can be said in terms electric volt also. So electron volt also. So electron, how that expression come, how that unit will come, we'll see now. So here what is the units? Units we'll discuss. Units. Units SI unit for a potential energy will be what here? Joules. Joules. Okay, which is written as a J. Sometimes this potential energy can be written in terms of what here? In terms of you can write in terms of electric volt also. So how this electric volt will work? So you know already this electric volt. So whenever I am talking about this particular electric volt, there is one more electrostatics, especially electrostatic, electric current everywhere. The potential energy or other energies can be calculated in terms of electron volt. Okay, so that is why I can write 1 electron volt is equal to, what can I write? 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 volts. Okay, next, oh sorry, 10 power, sorry, this is 1.6 into 10 power 19 joules. So 1 electric volt is equal to, what can I write here? This is important, not volt. 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 joules will be the relation. So sometimes while we are doing in the numericals, they will give the value of energy in terms of 1 electric volt. So you should write if you wanted to convert into joule, you should multiply with 1.6 into 10 power minus 19. This is 19. Okay, this is 19 joules. So this is your potential energy. Please, if you like my channel, please subscribe. If you have any doubts, comment. Thank you all.